Josh, and welcome to Mountain Roots. This is the 36th episode in my Exploring Appalachia series, and today we're headed to Marion, Virginia. Marion is a town located in southwest Virginia and is the county seat of Smith County. Marion was named after Revolutionary War General Francis Marion. He was also known as the Swamp Fox, considered the father of guerrilla warfare because of his use of irregular warfare tactics against the British. Tough luck, Redcoats. Decades later, in December of 1864, as the war between the states was nearing its end, the Battle of Marion took place here, when Union General George Stoneman attacked the town in an effort to destroy Confederate infrastructure at nearby Saltville as well as Marion. Outnumbered nearly 5-1, Confederate forces held off over 5,000 Northern troops until they ran out of ammunition and were forced to yield the field of battle. Not only this, but Marion is also known as the birthplace of Mountain Dew. Well, maybe unofficially, and yes, the soda. Although they do have a local distillery here. Apparently, local resident Bill Jones formulated the final Mountain Dew recipe and sold it to PepsiCo in 1964. Now, some of you have commented that you not only want to hear about the history of places, but what's happening today in small-town Appalachia. What's the future shaping up to look like? Now, I don't hold a crystal ball, but I heard one person say about Marion that it's on a fast track to redevelopment, yet holding on to the small-town values that are dying most everywhere. Even though it's seen some pretty hard times when the economy took a bite out of it, it's coming back in a big way. There's an underlying love of community here that's missing from so many places. Another person I spoke with said that Marion has become somewhat a trail town, serving hikers on the Appalachian Trail, which is only 7 miles away from town. Marion sees a growing influx of business from outdoor enthusiasts enjoying all that Smith County has to offer, from the Appalachian Trail to Mount Rogers National Recreation Area to the Grayson Highlands and its wild ponies, as well as the Back of the Dragon with its 32 miles of over 400 curves, showcasing some of Virginia's most breathtaking vistas, and Hungry Mother State Park, that offers quite the peaceful getaway. Marion is also proud to call itself your home in the heart of the Highlands, and as such, is a certified Virginia Main Street community with a variety of boutique shops, small businesses, eateries, and coffee shops. The once old Main Street Piggly Wiggly now turned to custom framing and eatery joint. You'll also find entertainment at the Lincoln Theater, hosting a full calendar of events. A now restored theater, among other things, plays host to Song of the Mountains, an award-winning show produced and aired on PBS since 2005. The show has featured live performances of the music that was born right here in Appalachia, like bluegrass, Celtic, old-timey, classic country, and gospel. Something else I discovered about Marion is that Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan pitched his first professional game here in the Appalachian League for the Marion Mets in 1965. It's said that his very first pitch was thrown so hard it knocked the catcher's glove off, which I don't doubt for a minute since Ryan was routinely clocked throwing baseballs well over 100 miles an hour. Marion also has a nationally recognized historic downtown, including this church known as Royal Oak, originally meeting in a log structure built in 1776 and later moved to this site. Another notable person to spend a number of years in Marion was American author Sherwood Anderson. My intrigue with Anderson is perhaps the shared interest and fascination he and I hold with examining small-town life in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Although commonly associated with the American Midwest, he settled in Marion, Virginia around 1926, and a year later he bought both the town's weekly newspapers and served as editor for 2 years. I also think it's worth noting that Anderson influenced such famous writers as William Faulkner and Ernest Hemingway. And although he would later die in South America, Anderson is buried here. And as I've said before, the lessons we learn today are written on the tombstones of others. Inscribed on Anderson's are the words, "Life, not death, is the great adventure." Another gem I found in Marion is the Wayne Henderson School of Appalachian Arts, named after Henderson, who is a full-time instrument builder and musician specializing in building custom, hand-built, limited-quantity guitars that can exceed $15,000 an instrument. If you want one, you better get on the waiting list now. I hear it's years long. Following the Civil War, this historic Mount Pleasant church was established by African Americans exercising newfound autonomy. The church became a cultural center for blacks, hosting musical performances, lectures, and meetings. This led me here, my final stop, the Crying Tree, a lonely marker relaying the story of a young Sally Adams, a girl about 5 years old when her entire family were sold and consequently separated at a slave auction outside the Smith County Courthouse. Over the years, Sally would express her grief by crying next to the tree, and sometimes hugging it and telling it about her burdens and sorrows. I know there's incredible interest in the work I'm doing. If you want to also support and help keep me on the road producing this series, there are several ways you can help. Watching, commenting on, and sharing the episodes is always a great starting place. You can also become a channel member on YouTube for as little as $1 a month. There's also the Super Thanks option on YouTube beneath any video that you watch so that you can donate as much as you like. Facebook has also started a similar feature to the Super Thanks called Stars. 100 stars equals $1 and can be donated on videos you watch there. You can also become a monthly patron on Patreon. I have a variety of membership levels set up there, and starting now for the new year, I have a new Riding Shotgun membership level for only $2.99 a month. I do my best to provide extra perks to those who are able to support me financially as channel members or patrons. Thanks again for all your interest and support in Appalachia, its many incredible places, fascinating people, and their remarkable stories. This is all something I think is worth sharing.